Deliquescence. What do you mean deliquescence? Deliquescence is nothing but certain water soluble substance. Certain water soluble substance when exposed to the atmosphere. When exposed to the atmosphere, it will absorb the moisture from the atmosphere. It will absorb the moisture from the atmosphere. Then it will become moist. That time it will become moist, and there is a loss of the crystalline form. There is a loss of a crystalline form. Ultimately, they will dissolve in that absorbed water. Ultimately, they will dissolve in the absorbed water and form a saturated solution. And the substance that is called deliquescent substance, and the phenomena is called deliquescency. Once again, I will repeat that one. Deliquescence is nothing but certain water soluble substance. When exposed to the atmosphere, they will absorb moisture from the water. Then they will become moist. And they will lose the crystalline form. And also they will lose the crystalline form. Ultimately, they will dissolve in the absorbed water, form a saturated solution. That is called deliquescence, and the phenomena is called deliquescency. Clear? Certain water soluble substance, when exposed to the atmosphere, they will absorb moisture from the atmosphere and they will become moist. And that time they will lose their crystalline form. Ultimately, they dissolve in the absorbed water. So they will absorb moisture from the atmosphere. So they will dissolve in that absorbed water and form a saturated solution. That substance that is called deliquescence, and the phenomena is called deliquescency. Now the example for the deliquescent substance: sodium hydroxide, that is also called caustic soda; potassium hydroxide, caustic potash; magnesium chloride, zinc chloride, calcium chloride, ferric chloride. These are the few examples for the deliquescent substance. The first one, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, magnesium chloride, zinc chloride, calcium chloride, ferric chloride. These are the examples for the deliquescence. Next concept, hygroscopy. Almost near to the deliquescence. Hygroscopy nothing but certain substance when exposed to the moisture, they will absorb the moisture. They will absorb the water from the moisture. But that is not helpful for the dissolution of the crystalline form. It means they will not form the solution. Certain substance when exposed to the atmosphere, they will absorb the moisture. But that is not enough for the formation of the solution. Whereas in case of deliquescence, they will form the saturated solution. But whereas in case of hygroscopy, they will not form the solution. The capacity is not there to form the solution. So that for that substance, there is no capacity to form the solution, because that much capacity is not there for the substance. So hygroscopy nothing but certain substance exposed to the atmosphere, they will absorb moisture from the atmosphere, but that is not enough for the formation of the solution. That is called hygroscopy. Some examples for hygroscopy substances are concentrated sulfuric acid, phosphorus pentoxide, quicklime, and silica gel. Concentrated. So example for hygroscopy: concentrated sulfuric acid, and second one phosphorus pentoxide, P2O5, phosphorus pentoxide, and third one quicklime. Quicklime means calcium oxide. Quicklime, that is the common name. So chemical name is calcium oxide, CaO. And fourth one, silica gel. Silica gel. These are the examples for the hygroscopic substances. Okay, hygroscopy nothing but when some of the substance exposed to the atmosphere, they will absorb the moisture, but that is not enough for the formation of the solution. Substance when exposed to the atmosphere, they will absorb moisture, but that is not enough for the formation of the solution. Drying and dehydrating agents. The drying agents also called desiccating agents. Drying agent, that is also called desiccants or desiccating agents. What do you mean by drying agents? Drying agents nothing but drying agents are the substance that readily absorb the moisture from the substance. Drying agents nothing but readily absorb the moisture from the substance without any chemically react with that substance. They will not chemically react with that substance. Drying agents are the substance which readily absorb the moisture from the substance without reacting chemically. That is called drying agents. Drying agents substance which readily absorb moisture from the substance without reacting chemically. Other substances without chemically reacting with that substance. The chemically they will not react, but they will absorb the moisture from that substance, from the other substances. So these are called drying agents. For example for the drying agents: anhydrous calcium chloride, zinc chloride, phosphorus pentoxide. Anhydrous means not containing water molecule. So anhydrous calcium chloride, zinc chloride, phosphorus pentoxide, P2O5. These are the few examples of the drying agents. Also dehydrating agents. So what do you mean dehydrating agents? So dehydrating agents are the substance which remove the water molecule from that compound. Chemically combined compound is there now. Sodium carbonate decahydrate. So water molecule is combined with the sodium carbonate, is it? So 10 water molecule combined with the decahydrate. So these dehydrating agents, what they will do? They will remove the water molecule from that compound. Okay, without chemically react. Okay, so dehydrating agents nothing but the water molecule which is combined with the water, so that water is removed by the dehydrating agents. For example, blue vitriol. Blue vitriol means copper sulfate pentahydrate. Blue vitriol, that is the common name. Chemical name is copper sulfate pentahydrate. Now look at that, how it will remove that. Copper sulfate. So I am talking about the dehydrating agents. So dehydrating agents nothing but the substance which remove the chemically combined water from the compounds. Chemically combined water in the compounds. For example, so blue vitriol, copper sulfate, 5H2O. So the dehydrating agent is concentrated sulfuric acid. sulfuric acid, H2SO4, concentrated sulfuric acid, not diluted, concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, here concentrated sulfuric acid acts as a dehydrating agent. Dehydrating agents. Okay, so it will remove the copper water molecule from the copper sulfate, CuSO4 plus YaCO. Now look at it. So what definition is telling there? So dehydrating agents are the substance which remove the chemically combined water. Chemically combined water molecule from the compounds. So dehydrating substance are the substance, dehydrating agents are the substance which remove the chemically combined water molecule from the compound. For example, this is a blue vitriol, means copper sulfate pentahydrate. Its common name is generally called as blue vitriol. Blue vitriol. Okay, blue vitriol or copper sulfate pentahydrate. Blue vitriol is the common name. Okay, so copper sulfate pentahydrate. So in the presence of dehydrating agents, concentrated sulfuric acid, that is removed. So water molecules removed from the compound. Few are there. Another phosphorus pentoxide, same phosphorus pentoxide and alumina. Alumina, Al2O3. Alumina, that is molecular formula Al2O3, and phosphorus pentoxide. You already know that one. P2O5. These are the example for the dehydrating substances. Example for the dehydrating substances. Clear? So one of the dehydrating substances is concentrated sulfuric acid, and another one is alumina Al2O3, and another one P2O5. How to remove the water molecule from the gases? Few methods are there to remove the water molecule from the gases. The first method, so how to remove the water molecule from the gases? First method, if you pass the gas through the concentrated sulfuric acid, that time the concentrated sulfuric acid we learned in the previous concept, dehydrating agents. There was so there you see that water molecule removed from the compound. Similarly, in gases also, so if in gases the water molecule is present, so if you pass that gas through the concentrated sulfuric acid is there in your textbook, you can see that. I'll write it more now. Inlet outlet. Inlet outlet. So first method I told that if you pass the gas through the concentrated sulfuric acid. Now look at here. Here inlet. From the inlet here, so this is a the container containing the concentrated sulfuric acid. So here two outlets one is inlet and another is the outlet is there for the container. So here this is completely filled with the concentrated sulfuric acid. Now we are passing the gas from here, inlet. From the inlet, we are passing the gas. Okay, that time the concentrated sulfuric acid present in the container will absorb the water molecule. And then, so after absorbing the water molecule, the gas is released, is coming out from the outlet. Gas is coming out from the outlet. Clear? So this is one of the method. So here, and the second method, passing the gas through the U-tube. U-tube means not that U-tube what you are seeing in the videos. That is not U-tube. Here one more U-tube is there in your textbook. That is U-tube. Okay. U-tube. So this is U-tube. Now look at the right board. So one more second method how to remove the water from the gaseous molecule. So if you pass the gas to the, this is the U2, that is called U2. Because that is in a U shape, no? The tube, it is in the form of, that is in the form of U shape. Okay, that shape is in the form of U shape, that is called U2. Okay, if you pass the gas here is U2 contain the anhydrous calcium oxide or anhydrous sodium sulfate. It contains the sodium sulfate or anyone. If you add quicklime, that is also acts as a anhydrous substance or sodium sulfate, that is also acts as a anyone. If you put there U2, then if you pass the gas through that one, so it will absorb the water molecule from the gas and then release the only gases, anhydrous gases. Only it will release as the anhydrous gases. The third method, drying bulb. A drying bulb. You can see your textbook there. It is there. Drying bulb. This is drying bulb. This is a drying bulb. Okay. So containing calcium chloride. It contains anhydrous calcium chloride. Anhydrous. Here also this drying bulb contains the anhydrous calcium chloride. So if you pass the gas here, so it will absorb that calcium chloride, anhydrous calcium chloride is there, that will absorb the water molecule here, then it will release us only gases. So these are the methods to remove the water molecule from the gases. And next one now, so liquids. How to remove the water molecule from the liquids. So if you keep that liquid or anhydrous substance over a night, if you take that liquid, okay, that contains the water molecule in that liquid. So keep that liquid on an anhydrous substance like sodium sulfate or magnesium sulfate. Sodium sulfate or magnesium sulfate. Na2SO4 or magnesium sulfate. Over a night. So if you keep the liquids on anhydrous substance over a night, that time water molecule is removed from that liquid. Solids. In solids, how to remove the water molecule? In solids, how to dry the solid. Solid or dry. Solids are dried by keeping on a watch glass or a dish, keeping it in a desiccator. So it means how to remove the water molecule from the solid. So keep that solid on the watch glass. You will see that watch glass in the laboratory. Is it watch glass or a dish? Watch glass or a dish. Clear? So if you keep that in the desiccating agents, I told that one. So desiccating agents. Drying agents are also called desiccating agents. Okay. So example, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, so many is there. So now you can see that this is the desiccating agents. So if you keep that solid on the watch glass and if you keep inside these desiccating agents, so here you can see that here calcium chloride is present. That acts as a anhydrous substances. Anhydrous, it means it will absorb water molecule from that solid. You can see the color. You can see the color there. So inside calcium chloride is present, anhydrous calcium chloride. That will absorb the water molecule from the substance, from the solid. So these are the methods to remove the water molecule from the gases, liquids and solids.